This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Our goal with our videos is to empower you to be able to do the repairs on your own and save a whole lot of money and also get that great feeling of having fixed it by yourself. Today we have a Pfister kitchen faucet, and this is the gooseneck, and it's leaking at the base. So every time you move the gooseneck, you get a little water leaking out. I've wrapped the bottom collet area with duct tape to protect it. I've got a pair of channel locks and I'm wiggling it back and forth, and then I'm going to be pulling it to my right. This is going to loosen up the collet, and it may take a fair amount of force. Be careful that you don't scratch it up with your channel lock, so make sure you wrap it with a rag or some duct tape. I put about 4 circles of duct tape on there to protect it. I'm just taking it off by hand, and once you get the collet off, then you can just grab the gooseneck and you can wiggle and pull up and it'll come right out. What we're going to do today is clean it up, and then we're going to replace the O-rings because the O-rings are leaking. This is a pretty good faucet. Had it for about 15 years. And it's done really well. It's just starting to leak a little bit due to the rubber wearing out on the O-rings. So I'm going to pull off the 2 rubber O-rings here at the bottom. They're actually the same size, and they're easy to find. I got these over at Ace Hardware. They have in the plumbing section, an O-ring section that you can bring your old O-ring with you, and you can compare it, and it's the exact image shown is exact same as the O-ring, so it's very easy to replace. And you can also order these online for the Pfister O-ring kit for this particular model. But these O-rings are available at a lot of different hardware stores in the plumbing section. So I'm just using an abrasive sponge here to clean up the rust off of the bottom of this collet. I was surprised that the Ace Hardware had the exact O-ring in terms of the size and the thickness. I'm using a wire brush now to clean up the metal where the O-ring sits because there's a lot of oxidation. This is some waterproof grease, and this is something I'm going to put on to the metal where the O-rings are going to sit. You got this also at Ace Hardware, but it's just, you don't really want to get it on your fingers because you can't wash it off with water because it's waterproof. But this helps to lubricate and seal, mainly lubricate the gooseneck so that it can move freely. This is also located in the plumbing section. I think for this entire repair it cost me $3. For the grease and the 2 O-rings. So I'm going to put the plastic collet bushing on first. It goes on and goes up to the highest detent on the gooseneck. It'll just kind of clip in there, right there. Then I'll put on the 2 brand new rubber O-rings. And once I get them on, I'm going to put a layer of that waterproof grease over both of those rubber O-rings. Once you get all these metal parts taken apart, it's good to really clean them up really well with a wire brush before you do the reassembly, just because it looks really nice, and also it's going to keep it from oxidizing again. So now I'm going to push the gooseneck in. I'm going to wiggle, turn, and push in until it sits all the way down. And then I'll slide the collet back over, and I'll carefully hand tighten it. I'm going to get the thread started by hand. It should go very easily. And then once you get them on there, probably about 8 turns, then you're going to use your, I'm using channel locks, but it's better to use, there's a plumbing tool that wraps around it so it doesn't mar up the metal. But if you've got the duct tape on there or a rag, it'll keep it from scratching the metal. I'm going to twist that, get it nice and snug, and then I'll turn it on and test for leaks. But really happy with this faucet. It's lasted a long time. It's probably the last year or so we've been noticing it's kind of loose and leaking, but now it's great. No leak, nice and tight. Those are really fun, easy repair. Hope that helps you too.
And also get that
Thanks
great
so much for
feeling
watching,
of having
and
fixed
please
it by
subscribe
yourself.
to our channel when you get a chance. Thanks again.